artists. It's Miss Lanehart, your art teacher. Last month, we practiced drawing from observation in our sketchbooks. When we do this kind of drawing, we find something to draw, look at it carefully, and draw what we see. We end up learning a lot about the thing that we're drawing because we're looking at it so carefully. And our drawings come out looking pretty realistic. Check out the samples of drawings that you sent me last week. This month, we're going to draw comic-style characters. In comics, there are words and pictures, and the pictures tell the stories as much as the words do.
Look at this picture, for example. Can you tell by just looking at the picture what's going on in this story? What do you see that makes you say that? Make a guess. I've got a guess. I think that character in that picture is feeling annoyed. Look at her facial expression. Look at her eyebrows are at an angle and her mouth is kind of straight and her eyes are looking up at something. Look, her focal point is those mosquitoes. I think she's annoyed by the mosquitoes. Let's play that same guessing game with some more pictures. Look at their facial expressions. Even try making that facial expression yourself. What are they thinking or feeling, and what are they looking at? Now make a guess for these characters. Look at his facial expression. What is he thinking? What is he looking at? And what do you see that makes you say that? Look at this character's facial expression and guess what could they be thinking or feeling? And guess what they could be looking at? Good job reading pictures, artists.
Today, we're going to practice drawing character faces. What you'll need is your sketchbook or a piece of paper and pencil and a sheet that has ideas for different eyes, noses, and mouths. And if you want, some colored pencils if you think you might want to color your faces today. Take a moment to get these things ready now.
Let's start by warming up with making some lines and shapes because faces are basically built out of lines and shapes. We'll do some practicing. I'll make a line and then you'll hear a chime and then it's your turn to try. So get your pencil and sketchbook open and ready. Here we go. Let's start by making first a straight vertical line. Now try a straight horizontal line. How about a diagonal line that leans? Now try a diagonal line that leans the other way. Practice making a curved line that's kind of like a hill. Let's curve the line the other way, more like a smile. And how about this line? It's a zigzag. Maybe a wavy line. or even a curlicue line. Those were some fun challenges. Let's turn the page and try some shapes. Let's start with a circle. Now try a square. 4 sides straight. Next, a triangle. And how about a rectangle? Straight, long, long, straight. Practice trying a rhombus, which is like a diamond. Now we're going to start practicing drawing our faces. Let's turn our sketchbook this way so we have some space, and we're going to start by making 2 shapes. Let's see, maybe I'll do a circle and a square. For starters, you can do any shapes you want. And then I'm going to get this sheet and I'm going to pick out some eyes that I might try to make, or you can make up your own. And I'm going to see how those are really built out of lines and shapes. Let's say I want to try these eyes right here. Do you see how the tops of the eyes are straight lines? And the bottoms of the eyes are curves? And then there's little dots inside, and if I want to make this person looking that way, I'm going to put the dots on this side. See how it makes it look like their focal point is over there? Okay, then a simple nose. And let's see, I think I want just a little tiny smile on that person, on that character. And let's see, for this one, I think I want this person to be kind of silly. And so I'm going to choose these eyes right here, which I see are 2 ovals. And those ovals have little shapes in the bottom and the top of them. This one has a shape here. I even noticed there's a little white dot in the middle of that, so I'm going to color in all but that white dot. And this one has a little shape at the top. Oh, that makes that person look silly. That character. And I think this character's going to have a little nose and maybe a sort of a wavy line for a mouth. Now I'm going to flip my paper over and pick some hairstyles or make up my own. I think I'm going to use a zigzag line for this character's hairstyle. And maybe this character even needs some bangs. Another zigzag. If your hair covers up the top of the head, you can just erase that line. Right there. I think I'm going to give this person some bangs and maybe a ponytail. Now it's your turn. Draw 2 shapes and then create a facial expression on each of them with eyes, nose, and a mouth. My friend Lizzie, who's in kindergarten, has already gotten started practicing her faces for characters. She drew these 2 shapes the other night and then created a facial expression on them. She even started thinking of a story. She said the one on the right is sad because the one on the left is mean and he knocked the creation of blocks over. I can't wait to see what you're going to make. Try different kinds of shapes and then give them different facial expressions and focal points.
That was fun. Goodness geesh for drawing with me today, artists. Next week, we're going to learn about drawing bodies for our characters and adding clothes and cool gadgets, giving them a personality and maybe even a super strength. An Alaskan artist named Sean McDaniels, who draws comic characters, will join us and help us learn about drawing our characters. I can't wait to learn from Sean. Have fun practicing faces this week, artists, and see you next time.